off against the OKC Thunder at home, going down in the UC today. We're going to break it all down, talk about it, have some fun, talk some shit. You already know how it goes right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? We back in the building. We back. Today is game day. First of all, why is my camera mirrored? You can't even see the drip all the way. Like, we got to get that. See, this is why I hate about sharing this Restream account with the whole network. They be in my shit, messing my shit up, especially Big Kev. No, I'm just messing with y'all. What's going on, Bulls fans? It's game day. Chicago Bulls, OKC Thunder. Kobe White starting his first game, starting off his season as a starter for the first time since his sophomore year. So here in Chicago, I should say, sophomore season. But listen, this is what everything's been leading up to, right? We get to see how real the change that this team has talked about. How real are those changes going to be, right? Is this team going to stick to it? So we'll see, man. Listen, it is what it is. It's game day. The drip god is back with the actual Bulls drip. Look at that. You see that? You see how that just fits the brand? They call me Drip, so I got the drippy shirt on to start off the season. You already know what it is, y'all. I'm hyped. The drip is immaculate. Red bearded assassin, everything all in the building. It is what it is. Didn't get to go to the barber. That's actually tomorrow. So I'll be at my freshest actually on Friday's game because the drip on Friday about to be immaculate as well. But with that said, listen, I want to hear from you guys. What are you most excited about in this game to kind of see from everyone? I'm really excited to see we get Kobe White versus Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Just excited to see how Kobe really, steps into that point guard role. Big defensive matchup for him right away to start off the game with. So you start off the season with, I should say. So that's major for Kobe and his growth and development to see how he really, can maintain. I'm not expecting him to shut Shai down. I'm not even expecting him to score a fraction of what Shai scores. I just want to see how Kobe is going to compete with the point guard like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to start off that season, right? Vooch and Chet, right? While Chet can definitely probably give Vooch a little bit of trouble on the offensive side, we know Chet ain't going to be able to guard Vooch down low either. So is this something that our team identifies, all that stuff, man? Listen, we got a lot to talk about, a lot to see. It is what it is, man. I'm really happy that Bull season started. Really excited about what the season's going to be. Win whatever it is, as far as the win record ends up being, we'll go through that. I know I'm going to go off at some point with somebody on this team. It is what it is. That just comes with the nature of the job, but we about to have some fun. I'm going to make sure the season's fun for everybody. We're going to kill it like we always do because y'all are the best in the business, right? I just get to sit here and talk shit to y'all. That's it. That's what it is. My other monitor went out. What the hell's going on over here? It's game day. We ain't got time for shit to be messing up. I don't know what they think this is. This Chicago Bulls Central. We ain't got time for shit. We got a standard uphold here in this motherfucker, right? Like that's what it comes down to. Let's go ahead and get to the comments. See how you guys are feeling today to start off this beautiful season for the Chicago Bulls. We got Robbie in the building. First, we said, so glad I saw this. My dumb ass thinking the game's tomorrow. Hey man, I'm glad you didn't miss it either. Definitely. Bulls, Celtics, and Jimmy new haircut and the Heat parlay. That's funny, Soldier Fields. I don't bet money because I like my money too much. Haize, we've been waiting on this moment. It's finally here. Thank you for all that you do for the Bulls Nation. Love all my Bulls fans, even the crazy ones. LOL, MF, OKC. This is a Chicago thing. Let's go see Red. Hey, that was a mouthful. Shout out to Tay Hollins in this mug. Listen, I thank you. I thank you guys for joining me. The fact that the podcast the show still does amazingly well, even during the off season, is something that I don't overlook. I take that as a blessing because I know a lot of shows that numbers completely die down when they're not, during the off season. A lot of shows also go away during the off season. I stay daily, so you still get to see my ignorant ass face every single day, but you know what it is. I'm here. We got Justin Shelton in the building. Says, what's good, Haize and chat? Finally, Bulls basketball has arrived. Real Bulls basketball, right? Big test for the Bulls up front. Tonight's game should be established off our defense. Alexander down, and then Shay, I really need you to proofread, bro. I really need you to be proofreading, bro. Down, and then offense of OKC doesn't run too well. Listen, here's what I'll say. I think the OKC offense is good enough that even if we do shut down Alexander, which I highly doubt is going to happen, we're not going to shut down SGA. They still can go, right? They still have other people that can step up. He just is absolutely the motor of that offense. But yeah, that'll go a big way. And I mean, I don't know if Kobe is stepped up that much defensively, but we'll see. I believe that this is a game that Nikola Vucevic should show his strength, especially against the rookie center. Agree with you here. Completely agree with you there. Justin also chips in, give Vooch touches early. We've only been saying that for about 2 years. Absolutely. Corey Barnes says in Haize voice, it's game day. You already know, man. Fun times ahead, man. We about to have fun. Game day, let's go Bulls from Darren Link. What's up, Darren? I don't know if you're his first time in here. Glad to have you in the building, though. Let's go from Simba in the building. OG there. Watt Slice, another OG member, says C Red. What's going on, fam? Vincent Harris in the building. Here we go. So yeah. Darren Link, another comment here, says Bulls need to start the season off good. Also, this is my 3rd season supporting the Bulls. See Red for life. Shout out to you, Darren. Here's what I'll say, man. This is the Bulls have a tough first 6 games. They really have a tough first schedule to open the game. The first 2 weeks of the game season is pretty a lot of solid games in there for the Chicago Bulls. So I say we're really 25 games in, we're going to know exactly who this team is because they're going to be measured against some of the better teams. And so we'll see. They're going to be measured against some of the better teams, some of the teams that are fighting over the same position they are, things like that. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Y'all, I don't know why I'm nervous for this game. Sydney's the start of every season. You should be nervous. If you didn't feel nervous, that means you ain't feeling something. And I know you alive. I know you see red. I know you feel red. I know you love this team. So feel it all. Who you most excited to see? Not any one person in particular. I'm excited to see the team. If you know me, Juan Carlo, I am a basketball head. So I love the game of basketball. I mean, I have my favorite players, don't get me wrong, but to me, it's more about seeing the execution from a team standpoint. That means a lot to me. So I hope that we see some good execution. YNG says, we back, baby. We back. C Red. What up, Haize? What's going on, YNG? Glad to have you in the building. By the way, if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 15K by the end of tonight. I think we're 11 away. 11 subscribers away, I believe, is what we are from hitting our goal of 15K. So yeah, there it is. I don't like mining for subscribers. I don't like asking, and I always feel like I'm begging when we have to do it. But you know, when you get close to a milestone, 15K is pretty big, right? Especially for Bulls channels. The largest Bulls channel, I think, is Bulls Central. Shout out to Jamal. And I think, what is he like at like 36K, I think, at this point? So considering we've been around about half as much time as him, you know, that's kind of who I measure myself up against. So, you know, we'll see. I want to see P. Will earn an extension. Oh, that's the story of the season for sure. One of the biggest stories of the season is how P. Will plays because, listen, I've said it. It can go one of a few different ways with P. Will. He's either going to shine this season, and the Bulls are going to feel comfortable giving him however much money he wants because he stepped up in such a way. It can go okay, right, to where maybe he doesn't take that leap, but he does take another minor step forward, and the Bulls and him kind of got to negotiate. Or he's going to go out and maybe they say go find your own deal out in the open market. We'll see what happens with that. So, but the Bulls still do have much leverage to keep him if he shines. I mean, I think, like I said, I put it at a 90%. I just live 10% because anything can happen, but put it at a 90% chance. Patrick Williams is back next season. Chi-Town Sports says, yeah, Bulls is back. What's going on, brother? Glad to see you. Hope to see an amazing season of content from you as well, little brother. That's my little brother there. One of the little brothers I've adopted creatively, man. That's my guy. Hopefully, Kobe can limit the turnovers. I mean, the team as a whole need to limit the turnovers. I don't put it just on Kobe only because we don't run that traditional point guard setting up the offense half-court system, right? So it's not all on Kobe. But, yeah, Kobe, Zach, individually, they be having a lot of turnovers as well. Hope this is not a team. The OKC Thunder are young. You cannot turn the ball over a lot against the OKC Thunder because if they get out and run, those young players, listen, they're going to tire out DeMar and Vooch very early. Zach, I think, still going to be in there. But, listen. It can definitely get ugly if the Bulls have a lot of turnovers like they did in the preseason. It's time. What's going on, Chi-Town? Javier, glad to have you in the building, OG there. Rondo 2 Raw, another OG in the chat. Not going to lie, Chet about to give Vooch about 20, dog. Yeah, but the fact he may do that, but I guarantee you Vooch can give him 40 on the other side. Chet can't guard Vooch. Chet don't have the footwork, the girth. Oh, that's a Dwight Howard pause. Whoa. He don't have the strength to be able to block out Vooch on the defensive side. So it is what it is there. I'm not gonna lie. I think that this game that Patrick Williams should establish himself because their power forward is not good defensively. Their power forward is Jalen Lin. Wait, they got is it Jalen and Jalen? Williams, right? I mean, listen, I'm not gonna say he's bad defensively. He was a rookie forward, right? He was solid defensively in college, nothing crazy or anything like that. But with Pat, it ain't even necessarily about what the other opposing power forward is defensively because it's all in Pat's head. So Pat just got to come out there and kill it, man. That's just is what it is, bro. What's up, Drip God? You crazy for the Dwight Howard comment? Got me laughing so hard I almost crashed my shit. Let's have a great season, legend. Listen, so what he's talking about is not the one I just made, of course. Over on Locked On Bulls, me and Pat dropped the episode today, and there's the Dwight Howard moment on there. I don't know if many people saw it. Like there was another Dwight Howard moment at the end of the show, like literally right before we went to break. There's another. I mean, to end the show, there was another one. So. That is what it is. The regular season is finally here. Let's go, Chicago Bulls. Robert says, let's get this W. Let's get this money now. Let's get this W, bro. 6266 Jamal, one of the other OGs in the chat who hasn't left a voicemail in forever. I'm going to fight you. The fact of the matter is, the fact that you made me worry about you over the whole entire summer, because the only time I got a voicemail from you, I believe, was after the draft. You know I'd be worried. You're the only one who's called, or you and Shay call every single week hand in hand, right? I haven't heard from Melvin either. I got to get on Melvin the Motivator. I'd be worried about y'all over the summer when I don't hear from y'all. Y'all got to at least send a text to the voicemail line every once in a while and say, hey, you fat fuck. See red, like say something like that, like to me, like so at least I know that y'all okay. Because when I have to go a whole 3 months without hearing from you guys, I tend to worry, brother. I tend to worry. P will just have to be aggressive. 100% agree with you on that one, brother. Little bro, that's my big bro Spicy Butter in the building says, let's go. I'm looking for one of my favorite players to wear the horn. Zach Attack, little bro. I believe he's about to be top 10 this year. Hey, from your mouth to God's ears, Spicy brother. I'll say this, man. Like, I just want to see Zach be efficient and effective, right? I don't have a numbers prediction. I know he can be top 10 in the league and score. I don't even care about that. This is a season where I just want to see Zach make the right plays, the big plays when we need him to step it up. And regardless of whatever the points per game is, that we walk away from games saying, hey, Zach put the team on his back in that quarter and got us back into the game. Or Zach stepped up big, made sure we seal that game. Zach stepped up and made the right pass, right? Zach stepped up and did this. Like, that's what I want to see. I ain't even about stats right now for me with Zach. It's about Zach stepping up in the right and proper moments because we've seen it briefly, right? The Toronto game, we absolutely saw it, right? Earlier in the season, I can't remember which game it was, where Zach had like 40, but nobody else can hit a shot. We still lost. I need to see more of that, Zach, because I think we're better equipped now to give him support as long as we see that Zach consistently. And hopefully as well, we're playing better in games and in more games where we don't need a lot of heroics down the stretch. But in games where we do, I would definitely want to see Zach step up in that point in time. Chi-Town Javier says, low-key, I'm most excited to see Chet play. I'm really high on him. A lot of people are really high on Chet. Justin Roselle says, got my Bulls gear on under my work clothes. Let's get it. Hey, man, I used to work at a hospital overnight, right? This was 21. No, this was like 19, 20-year-old Haize. I used to work at a hospital overnight. I used to wax floors. I used to have my headphones in. That's when I used to listen to Matt Peck and Jordan Malley when they were the Debatables. I used to listen to Doug Tonis. I used to listen to all these guys, right? And every time there was a game day, I used to wear the Bull socks. Bull socks, because they were really strict on our uniforms, but it was Bull socks every single time. So you got to find your way to rep your team when you can, man. We need it in spirit. We need the good vibes. So keep doing it, man. Rock them however you can. Markel in the building says this can go either way. My main concern is Abe Lincoln reincarnated and shy. I hope that Vooch can body Abe. I'm not calling him Chet. This is Abe. You can't tell me otherwise and dominate in the paint. He don't look that much like Abe Lincoln, bro. Like, he really does not. Similar face shapes, I get you, but he really doesn't look that much like Abe Lincoln. He looked like somebody who hated black people. Like, he just did. Like, he just had that look on him. It was no swag, no nothing. Abe just looks like he walked out, spit, cut down trees, and said, I hate black people. That's what it looks like Abe Lincoln did. Like, that was just his whole demeanor. That was it. What's good, y'all? Let's have another great season, and hopefully we can only see Petty twice this year. I hope that we don't see Petty Roosevelt none this season. That's my goal, is for Petty Roosevelt not to have to come out at all this season. That's what I would love to be able to say. I would love to be able to get on here and say, listen, we made it through a whole entire season, and Petty Rowe did not have to come out one singular time. I would love to be able to say that would make my year. But we know it's coming, because I know it's coming, because I know I'm going to have to go off on somebody at some point in time. Mark Shannon. Oh, no. Well, I looked at the wrong one. Good to see you, CEO Haize. Excited. Shout out, Cannon. Glad to have you in the building as well. I thought I saw Mark Shannon's comment, or maybe the chat refreshed on me. Not gonna lie, win or lose, there's been a lot of losing. I wouldn't rather be a fan of any other team. I see Red from the bottom of my heart, bro. Fucking love y'all, Bulls Nation. No, I'm not drunk. Hey, listen, that was definitely a drunk text. I swear I love y'all, man. That's how big Kev be when he get drunk, bro. Kev would literally be. I remember when I first met you. And I really didn't like you then, man. But hey, man, I love you like a brother, man. Like, that's how Kev be when he get drunk. You just be looking like, Kev, you about to cry, huh? What up, Haize? Bulls are back. Progressive P gonna get better every game. Somebody call. Why's my pops calling me? I'll have to call him back. Somebody call. Flow team's gonna need insurance. That's funny, not Flow. What's good, Haize? I don't expect SGA to be shut down, but I hope Kobe and Javon can make every shot difficult for him at least. Hey, listen, we can throw a lot defensively at him. Tony says schedule isn't tough yet. Tony, no, I'm sorry. That's where your bald-headed bitchdom comes in at, Jet, and you're confused. The schedule is absolutely tough for the Chicago Bulls. When you look at how they match up against those teams, the teams that are giving them fits, schedule is absolutely tough for the Chicago Bulls. It's stupid to say anything otherwise. Now, yes, they do have a lot of home games. Shout out to them for having 10 out of 15 home games, but that doesn't stop the schedule from being tough. OKC, tough young teams, scrappy teams, giving the Bulls fits for the last 2 years. Toronto Raptors always have played the Bulls tough, always been difficult because Billy Donovan doesn't know how to adjust to what they do defensively. Detroit, not worried about it. Indiana Pacers, you mean to tell me Tyrese Halliburton and Ben Mathurin don't give the Bulls fits? It's absolutely a tough schedule. Dallas Mavericks, that can go either way. I got us picked as a victory there. I don't really like the Dallas Mavericks too much. Brooklyn, can go either way as well. Denver, defending champions, definitely tough. Utah, gave the Bulls fits last year. Definitely tough for the Bulls. The Phoenix Suns, come on now, bro. What you talking about? Detroit, Milwaukee, come on, bro. What you talking about? It's not tough. Listen. I understand. It's not as tough as your mama's titty, but it's still tough, my brother. It's still a tough schedule. I didn't say it's a terrible schedule, but it's absolutely tough schedule. Let's get that W. Go Bulls. Absolutely, bro. Glad to have you in the building. That Dwight moment in lock almost killed me this morning. That's funny, bro. A lot of, you know what? Honestly, I told Pat this, right? Me and Pat, like, we flow so easily that so we record, for those that don't know, we record late at night. We wake up, I posted in the morning. I didn't even remember that whole exchange. I posted the episode and I saw a comment. Somebody was like, Dwight Howard's like, what the fuck did Dwight Howard got to do with the Bulls? Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot. So me and Pat, like, because that's just, when me and Pat talk, like, even on the phone, we're the same exact way. Me and Pat got some craziness, man. Like, if our phone conversations ever get leaked, we're not only getting canceled, they may commit us. That's what may happen. Haize, I don't know why people are shocked about Dwight Howard, because we are, no, whoa, gotta pre-read, not reading that. Haize, your channel is going to get us through the good and the low peaks this year. Why isn't Batum on the roster to provide shooting? Well, keep in mind, he's a two-way player. Two-way contract players don't play. And so he's on the roster, but he's a two-way. And the reason why he's a two-way is because they want to get him acclimated to the NBA game. I know he came into preseason, he shot the ball well. He didn't really take players off the dribble, which is something that's a strength of his over in Europe. You want to give him time to kind of acclimate to the athleticism he's now going to face. Defensively, really didn't get a lot to see from him defensively, but he's a tough player over in EuroLeague. You want him to be able to acclimate to the constant athletes he's going to face at the NBA level. So, yeah, that's why he's down. I don't think he's going to stay down there long, though. Amin88 says, yo, Haize, I swear I was cracking my ass up watching Locked On today. You guys kill me. Also, the only thing I want the Bulls to do this year is win against the Pels, Cavs, OKC, Kings, and Suns. Listen, I don't care how I just want to see 46 to 50 wins. That's all I want to see, right? And, it is what it is. If we don't get it, we don't get it, but it is what it is. You speaking the truth. That's exactly what I mean. That makes him top 10 all around. Because I feel you. Hey, bro, I absolutely feel you on that one, bro. Absolutely feel you. I'm not reading King Cap's comment. I'm gonna put it on the screen though, just so y'all can read it. But I'm not reading it. I'll let y'all read that to yourselves. All right, let's go ahead and move on from that. Haize, great to see you pre-gaming again. I kind of hoping the Vooch or Drummond give Chet Holmgren a little welcome to the NBA bump under the rim. That kid is so damn skinny. Well, he's not as skinny as what he was when he first came in the league. Like, I will give him credit. Now, he has been being able to work out in NBA facilities and things for over a year, which definitely should help him. But yeah, man, Chet's added a little muscle there. Listen, we're 9 subscribers away from 15K. I know 9 of y'all in here. Check the subscriber. A lot of times, because I post so much, I'm always in people's algorithm, and they say they thought they were subscribed because they just see my videos all the time. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, man. We're 9 away from hitting 15K. 9 away. 9, man. I'll take a shot with y'all if we hit 15K on this stream. So there you go. We'll probably be live for about another 25 minutes. So there you guys go. 25 minutes. I need 9 of y'all to subscribe. Let me know when that happens. I thought you was about to say you worked at a hospital in 1920. I was like, damn, this nigga got the Benjamin. But 1920, oh no, I'm old. I ain't that old though, bro. I'm not that old. I'm not 40 either though. There go my dude, Kev. Kev said, I'm a lover. Hey, listen, we love you, Kev, man. We do love you, bro. You already, I mean, listen, I made fun of Kev. I had my moments. I texted him the other day in our Chi-Town Sports Central chat, and I was like, hey, man, I just want to let y'all know I love you, brothers. I don't even like people for real, and I rock with all y'all, man, because those are my people, bro. Those are my people, man. Like, it's amazing when you can be close like that to a group of people that you met all basically online, right? And so me, Kev, C-Dub, Bobby, Steve-O, like, those are my brothers. Like, I know for 100% fact I can call any one of them up and be like, hey, I need y'all to come through. I got to move all of a sudden. And I know they'll try to make it happen. C-Dub's wife ain't letting them leave the city of Chicago, but I know the other ones will definitely try to make it happen. So my mom's dead, so her titties are ash. Oh my God. Jesus, bro. Jesus Christ. Thank you for bringing down the energy of the chat, Tony. God damn. Super chat from Austin. Hey, Austin, thank you for supporting the channel at that level. My brother says, looking forward to season 3 with this channel. Congrats on 15K subscribers. Hard work and constant improvement. Well earned. I appreciate that, brother. That means the world because you've been there, since the first season, towards the end of the first season, when I think, or middle when you came on. What's up, Haize? Game day. Let's start the season off with a dub. God bless. Clean. Shout out to V.O. Walker in the building. It's game day from Cisco. Cisco Rodriguez says, I'm going to do a live watch. I'm off the gummies. And you're going to do a live watch off the gummies? That's crazy. Hey, how do you feel about this game? I don't feel so confident, but maybe just keeping my expectations hella low. Ha ha ha. No, I mean, listen, I think there's you have absolute valid reasons to feel that. This is the type of team that gives the Chicago Bulls fit. Great point of attack defense. They're going to be solid in the pick and roll. They run a modified pick and roll at that. That's one of the things the Bulls are most susceptible to since this version of the team came together. It's great pick and roll offense. It gives the Bulls fits. Then on top of that, you got a defensive solid wing player like Lou Dort, who also ain't no slouch to be able to go out there and get you about 12 to 14, right? This is a team that can fill it up, and so it can definitely give the Bulls fits. And I think the Bulls bench and their defense coming off the bench is going to be extremely important for the team today, Sydney. Hey, bro, all the way from Australia, Melbourne, love your channel. Thank you, Nas23. I appreciate you, man. We got a couple of people who really who rock with us from Australia, man. So I appreciate it. You know, it'd be nice if all you guys get together. I don't know. You guys could be on opposite sides of the country. I don't know. Guys, get together one day at like a bar or something, the ones that can, and then like I'll zoom you guys in from Australia, have a little fun with it or something like that. Ashy, that's crazy. That's wild. That's crazy. I think Kobe is going to take a huge leap. I mean, listen, here's what I'll say. He could take a huge leap, but don't necessarily look for it in the stat sheet, right? It's going to be very hard for Kobe to get to exceed his second year stats, right, on this team. Because keep in mind, he's starting, yes, but he's out there with Vooch, DeMar, and Zach, right? Those are all very high volume players. And so don't look for Kobe White's growth to necessarily be in stats. It just, you have to watch the game. And I absolutely think in that sense, he's going to have an extremely great season because Kobe just seems primed. He seems focused. He seems, wow, we just passed 15,000 real quick. We are now at 15,003. So I'm going to take a break real quick. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna pause my camera. I'm gonna go get the shots. We're gonna take a shot together because I appreciate you guys. We just hit the goal. I always have to turn off my camera when I get up from my chair because I don't want my dick print to show in the camera. Like, but all right, I'm gonna let you guys vote. We can do the Kentucky bourbon, which I'm almost out of, or we can do the Japanese whiskey, the Centauri. So let me know which one I should drink. I'll look in the chat and we'll get that shot going for y'all. I swear, if we see the same shit we've been seeing the past 2 years with Billy Donovan, he better get fired during his press conference. Listen, Billy's gonna be here for at least a couple of more years, fam. What up, fam? I'm glad you mentioned about subscribing. I've been watching you for a year and had no idea I wasn't subscribed. I'm definitely subscribed now. Fan, love your channel. I appreciate, like I said, because it happens. Like a lot of people said, like I thought I was subscribed, and it happened to me too. Like it happened to me with who was it? I think it was Player's Choice. Like I see so many of their videos all the time, and I click on it, like, and then I was like, I'm not subscribed. I've literally been watching videos from them for years. So like, yeah, I mean, it happens. This is how the YouTube algorithm is kind of weird. But I guess is the algorithm working if it knows you watch a lot of a video, but you're not subscribed, so they still show you the video. So I guess it's working in that case. Who do you think scores the most tonight out of DeMar, Vooch, and Kobe? See Red, let's start this year with the win. I mean, if I had to pick, I'd probably say Vooch in this game just because of the matchup with Chet. I don't think Chet can guard Vooch. So we'll see with that. Go says Guam in the house. What's going on from Guam? Watching the game with some gummies and amaretto moonshine. I'm about to be fake. Wow, amaretto moonshine. Hey, I see you skip me talking about how you don't leave voicemails no more though, but that's cool. I'm gonna let you be. Congrats. What's going on, MC season? Thank you for that, bro. What's up, Bulls Nation? We back at it again. The pain and pleasure of being a Chicago sports fan. Haize, keep up the great work. Thank you, Black Prophet. Appreciate you. Bulls Daily says, my boy fresh as hell. Where you get that drip from? I mean, listen, they call me drip, so I got the drip. This is exclusive. Don't worry about that. This is exclusive. This is exclusive drip. My boys, Bobby C. Dub says, hey, congrats, drip. Thank you, fam. I appreciate that. That's crazy. Like, we literally were 10 away. Now we're 3 over. So I appreciate that. We hit 15K. That's crazy. That's wild. Do you think Kobe's handles have gotten better, hey, since last year? I mean, I haven't really, it's not like he's had a lot to display, but I mean, he's been working with dribble too much now was this the second summer or third summer? I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it did. Really wouldn't be surprised if it did. G.O. in the building says, congrats, big boy, on 15K. I appreciate that, fam. Everybody's saying the Japanese whiskey. Shane in the building says, hey, congratulations in my Post Malone voice. Appreciate you, bro. Jack Daniels. That's not Jack Daniels, bro. This is Kentucky bourbon. This is bluegrass, bro. Like, come on now. Let's get it straight, man. This is a lot higher quality than Jack Daniels, bro. This is, what is this, 100 proof? This is 100 proof, bro. Jack Daniels wishes it was this is what fancy Jack Daniels would be, bro. TL Beat says, great to be back for another season. You and Pat stay in daily rotation all year. I just grabbed some wings too for the game. Got to do it the right way. Here's to a great season. Keep striving, bro. I appreciate that, TL Beats. Definitely appreciate you there, man. My auntie Goon in the building, who also stopped leaving voicemail. I'm checking everybody, all y'all. These voicemail bags from all these crazy people. Y'all been making me have to play casual Kelders voicemails because y'all stopped calling in so much over the summer. What's going on, auntie? Glad to have you in the building. Sydney says, you're on your way to 20K subscribers. When I subscribed to you, you were at 9K. Congrats. Well, thank you, Sydney. I remember the push to 10K was crazy. Like that took everything out of me, was the push to 10K. Congrats on 15K. Swear we were just celebrating 10K. Hey, it's crazy, right? My other brothers, L Sampler Pod says, "Yo, Haize, hope everything is well. Let's get this dub. Congrats. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that." King Cap says, "Haize beard looking extra red today." So, yes, and part of that is because it's so much bigger now. It's not even all the way picked out right now. But yeah, so as I let the beard get bigger, the more you can see the red. It's weird. Like if it's packed in, it looks black, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's say Justin says, "You be on Player's Choice too, Haize. I'll be laughing at the stream, especially when Ticket be going off on him." Hey man, listen, I've been lucky and blessed to be on Player's Choice. There's actually another platform as well that I recently partnered with. I can't announce it yet, but I will be doing streams over there during games. So be on the lookout for that. They linked up with your boy. Yeah, so listen, this 2020, so 2022, when I started the podcast, was the year of setting the foundation, setting the groundwork, right? Proof of concept. 2023 has really been the year of growth and really turning this into like a just really recognizing like people really fuck with me. Like, and that's a good feeling. So yeah, 2024, we'll see what it brings. The plan is by the end of 2024 to be doing this full time. So between Bears, Bulls, working with Bleacher Report, working with this new platform that I'm working on as well. That I'm working with, I should say, because they created it. I don't want to act like I created anything. They invited me over to the platform. So yeah, we got some things brewing. Locked On, of course, right? That's continually growing. So it's gonna be continued growth. I will say this: one thing that I do realize is if I move back to Chicago, everything would change, meaning that I probably would have already been doing this full time. But you know, it is what it is there, man. Drink that Miyagi shit. That's so funny. That's hilarious. Haize, Woodford Reserve is one of my favorite bourbons. So I love Woodford Reserve. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Wait, you were on Player's Choice? That's crazy. I haven't watched them in a minute. Yeah, so I was on Open Gym with them. I was on C Red Nation. Shout out to C Dub, Bobby, and SB Talk Sports. And so yeah, you know, and you know, there may be something in the works over there as well. You know, I can't talk about everything, but you know, it is what it is there. Hey, oh, hey, you partner with Playback TV? Nope, not Playback TV. This is complete, and I've already been on Playback TV. So, we have a channel over on Playback TV. I think C Dub's going to be streaming there tonight, if I'm not mistaken. But no, this is completely different. It's also different than Playback TV because it's strictly on an app. Like you can't like go on the internet. It's like on an app. So we'll see, man. Like I said, doing some work. You'll see what it is, man. Congrats on 15K, bro. You and the gang work hard. You're one of us, man. I'm so happy for y'all. Hey, listen, I'm happy for the squad too. And you'll see them on the post game show today. They coming through on the post game. I know Kev and Steve are coming through for sure. I don't know if Bobby and C Dub are. I don't think either one of them said it. So, you know, it is what it is. Hey, congrats on 15K. You deserve and more to it. What's going on, love? What's going on? Dalen, why are you talking about? First of all, we talking about sports, and you talking about Dalen's booty. Like what? Go Dwight, bro. Why you had to come through here, bro? Why you taking over Sean's thing, bro? Like, do you really listen? We got to worry about Sean now. Sean then went over and fell for one of Dwight's schemes. He probably in there assed up right now. Dwight Howard's about to blow that man's back out. That's crazy. That's crazy. Why do I say the shit that I say? Why do I say the shit that I say? Like, why do y'all watch me? Anyway, let's go ahead and take this shot. Let's go ahead and take this shot because let me shut the fuck up. Oh, wait, this is the wrong one. I don't have a cup around here. Whew. I love how smooth that is. That shit ain't smooth at all. There you go. Let's see what we got. Have they announced the starting lineups yet? Surprisingly enough, no starting lineups yet for the Chicago Bulls. Yes, sir. See Red PC on Player's Choice. We'll be on Playback tonight for the game. See, there you go. Yeah, so make sure if you guys go to Playback, Go shout out to C-Dub when he streams over there. One of the best live streamers in the game, especially now that he, Bobby's in there with him. See, Steve-O comes through. Really good show. I love what they've been doing and producing, man. I just started watching you this year during the offseason, and you definitely one of the best sports podcasts I've heard. Well, thank you, City Streets. And for anybody that's watching as well, keep in mind, we have a general NBA channel as well. Now, I'm not on every episode there. The whole Chi-Town Sports family does episodes. Steve-O's probably the main face you'll see over there. Then me, Bobby, C-Dub, Kev, we all pop in over there. So NBA Central as well. Go and check it out. That's probably going to be one of my big focuses in 2024 is getting the general NBA channel in kind of a better place as well. But working with Steve-O is going to make it easy because Steve-O is a star in the making. Congrats, 15K, well deserved and earned. Thank you, Quentin. Thank you. Eric Soto says, Haize, what's your last full-time job before the successful podcast? Director of operations for a tech company. That's why it's like, it is what it is, man. I've been blessed throughout my life, bro. I'll just really say that, but it's different being able to do this and love doing this. So Sean says, nah, Haize, you know what I mean? You know I got to mess with you, bro. It's just, I know what you meant, bro. I just got to mess with you. A grown ass man named Kid. Oh, whoa! I see. Gotta pre-read these. Gotta pre-read these, man. Gotta pre-read these. Smoother than an Android's bottom. See, why we go from first of all now you talking about Android's bottom, so now you fucking robots, Tony? That's crazy, bro. That's wild, bro. Sex box looking ass motherfucker. That's funny, bro. Haize, Tori or Javon, who's your favorite for this upcoming season? I mean, both of them for different. I think they both bring so much of what's needed to this team as far as toughness, defense, some much needed shooting. If I had to, I'd probably say Javon because it's different when a guard shuts down another guard, right? When big men, when you have like fours that guard other fours and really kind of take them out the game, it doesn't look as like they're working as much as like when like Javon Carter guarding other guards in the NBA, man. I think that's going to be just some beautiful basketball to watch. Jamal said, you're not going to let that voicemail thing go? Hell no, bro. You and Shay were the first two they used to call every single week. I remember I used to specifically make sure somebody was in between y'all to break up the monotony. So yeah, when you gone, man, it's felt. Bro, do you know the requirements to get Bulls credentials for the boys to have access to the games? You are media. Oh, bro, you got to go through a rigmarole, bro. There's no like straight criteria. You have to submit. You've missed your window to submit. So here's what I suggest to you, and I don't know which podcast you're talking to, but here's what I suggest to you is use this whole next season to build your show, build your social media, tweet Bulls, do all that type of stuff. Cut down the foolishness on social media, which is something that I've had to do. Do all that. Get your numbers up, right? And track your numbers. So that way, because you don't have a big platform behind you, that way when you present it, you can say, hey, this is our growth over the last season. From the 2022-23 season, this is what we did. This was our impressions. This is how us having credentials can help bring more attention to the Bulls. That's what you need to do first. That is what you have to do. So it's too late now. You've missed the window to try to get credentialed. So just use the rest of this, all of this season, because it's just starting today. Use all of this season to build. Everything you need to do needs to be focused on looking and coming off like a legit media platform. Do that. And then this summer, hit me up. You know the email in the summer. Go ahead and hit me up over the email and we'll talk. I hope you get your media kit and stuff together. That way, if you present it to them, I'll help you get that stuff together. So just focus this whole season, build content, build. So that would be my suggestion to you, brother. Haize in the voice of the people is the voice of the people for real. 15K is just the beginning. You destined for greatness, my boy. Well, thank you, Young City. I appreciate that, bro. And I mean, listen, I look at it this way. I go where God takes me. And that's it. Like not to say that like I don't have to do work for it, because I absolutely do, and I try to work my ass off. But like, here's what I'll say is that if it's meant to be, it's gonna be, because I'm gonna work hard as I can to make sure that it happens. So That's all I can say on that one, man. Jay Lee says, is Shea about to go off today? I mean, there's a high probability of that. Now, I do think we have guards we can throw at him. Kobe definitely stepped up defensively, but Javon, AC, right? These are players that we can have them on Kobe. I'm sorry, not Kobe, on Shea. So we'll see where it goes, man. Maybe this is a hot take, but I think Caruso a better defender than Lonzo. Very different defenders. So here's what I'll say. Lonzo is one of those absolutely switchable defenders. And the thing that makes Lonzo so good is he's going to force turnovers. AC is more of that, I'm finna shut you down. I'm finna suffocate you so much. You're finna be frustrated and want to punch me in my face, but you can't because it's basketball. And now what? So very different type of defenders, still very two versatile, really great defenders. So, to each their own. They're both really good. I can't argue it. It just depends on what you look for in a defender and what type of player. I think Lonzo's also more versatile. But listen, AC's the better defender now because he's on the court and Lonzo can't get on the court. So there you go with that one. Gullah for Life tease. It's ready. I'm ready for next season. I agree with you. Haize dropping that knowledge, always looking out for the brothers for hey, that's that. Listen, I always say that and said appreciate it, big homie. My whole thing in this, right? And the Cognac boys can attest to this because me and the Cognac boys, man, I can't remember which one of us, they probably reached out to me first. We didn't know each other for a can of paint, right? But my thing is knowledge is better when it's shared. If I learned something in doing this and I can stop you from having to go through the same mistakes I did, I'm gonna give you the knowledge, right? So many people in this podcast game hold on to things like they feel like it's gonna secure their spot to not try to tell the next one up. Listen. I'm not married to this, right? If I have any knowledge that can help you in your journey, I'm gonna give it to you. If you pass me up, so be it. That means you great. What am I mad at it for, right? Support. So many people in this game don't do that. So that's one thing that me and Pat have in common and things like that. Like, it's all about sharing it, bro. Like, I want to see everybody win. I don't care if somebody passes me, subscribers or whatever else it is. I don't care. That ain't got nothing to do with me, bro. I want to see all my people win, right? Like, it's just weird to me for people who don't want to see other people win. Like, you're that selfish, that insecure that you don't want to see somebody else win. That's crazy to me, man. It's that type of stuff that don't make any sense to me for real. But yeah, that's my thought on that one. Lonzo and AC brought out the best in each other too. Oh yeah, I mean they brought out the best in the team as a whole as far as defensively. Haize, what are the chances Zach making an all-star team this season? I do think he has it in him. He can play defense because his offensive game has looked ripening hot. I mean, listen, I think I've said, that was over on C Red Nation actually on Players Choice. I do think this is going to be an all-star season from Zach. He's coming in healthy. He's motivated. When you look at how he was I think he scored the third most points in the league after January 2nd, something like that. I don't remember the stat off the top of my head now. So, no, he absolutely has that chance. Haize, I'm a little worried that Billy is going to play Torrey Craig at small ball center like he did DJJ. I'd rather see consistent 15 to 20 minutes per game for Drummond. I mean, there are going to be some matchups where small ball works. And yes, you're going to see either P. Will or Torrey Craig as a small ball center. You're absolutely going to see it. The thing that's different in it, though, now is that Torrey Craig is a lot tougher. He's a better three-pointer. One of the things that hurt the Bulls last season is that when we went small, especially with like AC, even sometimes with Javonte at the 4, is that we didn't gain the benefits of playing small. One of the benefits of playing small is supposed to be play faster, shoot the ball more, get more shots up, be able to stretch the ball a little bit more, right? Stretch the floor a little bit more. Stretching your balls hurts. But stretch the floor a little bit more. So, I think we're better equipped to do those type of things. But what I said over on Players Choice as well, and I'll bring this back here, one of the things that I think is key to making small ball work, maybe not this season, it may not be till next season, but Julian Phillips absolutely has the type of game, the type of defense, the type of rebounding where he can, if playing him as a small ball 5, you can absolutely take advantage if he progresses the way that it seems like he's going to progress. So be on the lookout for that at some point, man. Rondo 2 Raw says, facts, bro, the gatekeeping and crabs and bucket mentality. Yeah, man, it's wild in this podcasting game, man. Real crazy in this podcasting game. Haize, real talk, you top Chicago sports content. I appreciate that, man. And I'll link it back to this is that when I first started podcasting, keep in mind, I've been podcasting for it's almost 10 years, and we started wrestling podcasts. So this is not the Chicago Bulls Central. When I first started podcasting, I'll never forget. I asked somebody who was an established podcaster, I was like, hey, how do I can't, it was before video. This is when podcasting was just audio. I think I asked him something like, how do you EQ or how do you get something out of a mic or whatever it was? And he purposely told me a lie. And I didn't find out he purposely told me a lie until 2 years later when I learned it myself. I was like, that's not what he told me. And then I went back and listened because at that point my ear was so fine tuned. I went back and listened. I was like, there's no way he's doing that. This motherfucker specifically lied to me because of what? Like it's just weird shit like that. Weird shit like that. Reginald Short in the building says, I'm sorry if I'm late. YouTube trapped me by showing MJ clips versus New York Knicks and Sonics in the 90s. That hey, listen, those are some hell of highlights for sure. Jonathan says, I want to see Caruso lead the bench this year. Could be a real X factor for us to extend leads and maintain gaps. Well, I think lead it defensively. When I really look at leaders on that defensive side, on that bench, Caruso's also a vocal, but Ayo has the chance to be the best scorer off that bench. He really does. And so we'll see how much it unlocks him, man. Do you think small ball is good tactic for this game tonight at times? No, because I think actually, especially with Chet, and I believe their backup center is the other Jalen Williams. I think using Drummond and Vooch as the center is and to take advantage of their size and especially Drummond's strength. I think that's going to be the best bet. I don't know if small ball is necessarily going to work. I'm not to say that it can't work, but I don't know if it's going to be the best thing to go to with this type of team. You're kind of playing to their strengths if you do that. And I don't know if I trust what the Bulls are right now to do that. Ayo, I think has been flying under the radar so far this preseason. Love the way he's been crashing the offensive boards. If only Pat could follow suit and be aggressive every game. Listen, an aggressive every game Patrick Williams would completely change the complexities of this Chicago Bulls team. I truly do think so. So, we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. Alana in the building says, "Yeah, what's going on, Alana? Glad to have Alana back in the building as well. Always good to see Alana. She's an OG member of the chat. So, it is what it is. Church, take them to church. Hold on, wait for it. All right. Little intermission break right there for a second. Little turn up real quick. But yeah. Kill it this year, my boy. Shout out to the real Don P in the building, man. We appreciate you, brother. What kind of role do you think would be optimal for Debo to have this year? He just has to pick his spots. I think this is a year where, and we've seen a little bit of it in preseason, where he's going to facilitate a little bit more, but that doesn't mean he's not going to get his shots and get his opportunity to get stuff up. So, yeah, for sure. Pat breakout season? I don't know. I don't think we maybe see a Pat breakout season until DeMar or somebody else is gone to allow him more shots. But I think we can definitely see him step up for sure. How you feel about Vooch having an all-star year? Listen, it's easier for big men to make the all-star game because there's not a lot of great big men in the league right now. So I do think that Vooch is going to have probably another 18 and 11 year. I don't know if that's enough to push him in. Because you have other centers and other big men in the Eastern Conference that I think are going to have better stats than what Vooch are. And also keep in mind, a lot of people don't actually watch basketball, so they don't really understand what Vooch does well. They just criticize Vooch for what he does not do, what technically he's never done in the league. So I don't know with that if he can be an all-star, but I do think Vooch can have an all-star type season, if that makes sense. So. Alana back in the chat, though. She was in Cloud 9 all preseason. Listen, Alana must have found her a dude over the preseason because I ain't seen her not even comment on a pre-recorded video. She ain't show up for the draft video. She ain't show up for an preseason game. None of that. Alana be like, I'm about to go watch. You ain't about to watch nothing but me, baby. That's what she do. Like, no, I'm just playing. Glad to have Alana back, though. Any chance at most improved player? No, only because he's not going to get the stats. There's only been one most improved player in the last, I think, like 10 that has scored under 20 points per game. Kobe's very unlikely to get 20 points per game on this team, so I don't think so. I think he can definitely have a season where he should be talked about it, but I don't think he's gonna be able to win most improved player of the year. I love that shirt. That will go good with my Jordan 12s. That's what I would wear with them as well if I had it on. Like, I feel like the shirt and the hat, just the way that the hat has the lines that come to the side and then the drips here, I feel like it's just synergy, preserving recipes. That's what you got to do. Same starting five today as well. Kobe White, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Williams, Nikola Vucevic is your starting five for the Chicago Bulls coming into the season opener. So there you guys go there for anybody who had any questions on that. Vaughn in the building says, what's good? Hey, season back. I need to see some dubs. Hey, we all need to see some dubs. Let's hope that's the case. Let's hope that's the case. I like Kobe but for him to win most improved player, you got to be consistent, and we haven't seen that yet. I mean, he's talked about his consistency, so yeah. Tony still shooting a shot at Alana. I see. That's crazy. That's wild. What's this? Why is there a pumpkin button in here now? What's this do? I don't do nothing. Restream just be doing shit to be doing shit. Haize, if you had to guess, what do you think could be the biggest surprise packet this season for a successful Bulls campaign this season? Surprise packet? What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that. But as far as the biggest surprise this season for the Bulls, if that's just generally what you're asking, I think the growth of Kobe White. I think he's going to grow in a way that even kind of the people who look at him, look out for him the most, won't necessarily expect. Would you start Craig at the 4 if Williams struggles the first 5 games? Listen, I'm of the mind that you give people time to work it out. If he's not actively hurting you, even if he's starting off slow, if he's not like doing things that are harebrained or making you lose games, you let him figure it out. You don't want to keep taking people in and out of the starting lineup. And so, no, I wouldn't say after 5 games. After 15, maybe then. Wasn't Kobe drafted for a shooting because he has improved so much in other ways? If he got that shot back, it would be amazing. I mean, he was drafted for a couple of different reasons. He was drafted because he was a scorer. Kobe's never necessarily been a shooter. He's been a scorer, right? And that's always where kind of the fit people question, because very ball dominant scorer, Zach LaVine, a very ball dominant scorer. But I think as the NBA has progressed and as Kobe has progressed in both a playmaker, a defender, understanding when and where to get his a little bit better, he's now better suited to be a point guard in this league. I do think that the Bulls running a similar style offense at times, not every single play, to what Denver does, as well as operating through Vooch, would allow Kobe kind of to be Kobe and Zach to kind of be a better backcourt together. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. I'm not going to lie. You have the absolute best content in relation to the Bulls. Knowledge is second to none. The ability to fry goofies like bad chicken and sharing knowledge. Shout out to Goon. Thank you, Big Chevro. I appreciate that. Like, here's the thing, too, is I think what this has made me done, and again, I don't know if I'm to call this getting emotional or just being open, but like, I've always watched basketball at a big level, right? My lady who you guys saw in here earlier, said things before, like I look at basketball like a GM, right? And so that's what it is, right? I look at basketball from the standpoint of really always breaking it down, but I didn't know if I always felt like I had the right to communicate it. And so as I've grown and stuff like that, like it just made me realize like I really, really understand basketball, like at a level that I don't know if I even quite realize. And so it like I've always loved basketball. I've always loved being able to talk about basketball. I always loved being able to break down and shit like that. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And so I hope you guys appreciate it. And like I said, that's why it's a big focus for us to get NBA Central off the ground as well. Surprise packet meaning someone or something that keeps progressing through one season. That's what. Oh, I've never honestly. Maybe it's my age. Again, I'm an old bastard, Geo. I've never heard that phrase before, so I had no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I'd say Kobe. I'd also say look out for Julian Phillips over the course, especially if he kind of gets minutes sprinkled in there. And I think Io. I know a lot of Bulls fans are down on Io, which was where Kobe was 2 years ago. You remember coming into the first season of this team coming together, people just could swear up and down that Kobe was going to get traded. So I think that's the type of thing that I think Io's going to thrive in this role. And I think because of that, we're really going to see him progress as well. So. Great question. This is the last question before I end it before the game starts. You don't have to answer, but I want to know what motivates you to making Bulls content consistently. Great question. Keep in mind, I've been doing Bull Central for 2.5 years. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this today made 872 straight days of dropping content for the Chicago Bulls. And the thing that makes it that for me is that I just love this team. I love doing this. I truly, 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 truly love this. And so that's why I always say when people ask me for advice, I always say this: do what you're most passionate about. If you're going to be podcasting or being a creative, whatever it is, do what you would talk about every single day if you didn't have the podcast. And that was me with the Bulls. I talk, whether it's to my dad, whether it's to my best friend, whether it's whatever, I talk about Chicago Bulls every single day and have for probably about 20 years. And so that's what keeps me motivated, because I just love this team and I know this team. And so I'm emotionally invested in this team. So like I said, if I didn't have this podcast, I still would be talking about the Chicago Bulls every day. So that's what makes it easy. That's definitely what makes it easy. So, but thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. We'll be back at halftime. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for helping us reach our goal of 15K today before the game even starts. Now, if the Bulls get a win, I'm sure some more subscribers will even be rolling in after that point. So thank you guys so much for everything it means. We'll be locked in. Be back at halftime. Love you guys. Go Bulls. All that good shit. See red. Peace, y'all.